All week, we've been bringing you coverage from Bentonville, Arkansas. That is where Walmart is holding its annual shareholders meeting. Yahoo Finance's Julia LaRoche is on the ground. And Julia, you had a chance to sit down with CFO Brett Biggs.
Hey, that's right, guys. Good morning from Springdale, Arkansas, in a Sam's Club. And you were just mentioning the interview that I had with CFO Brett Biggs, and we talked about some of the investments that Walmart is making both in stores and online so the company can be set up for success even 50 years from now. Take a listen.
Omnichannel is really what around the world, omnichannel is what we're focused on. And we've been so successful as a store company, and that's how we grew up, was as a store company. And over the last several years, we've gotten bigger and bigger in e-commerce, and now the ability to put those things together and invest in a way that allows us to give the customer the chance to shop in a really seamless fashion, that's what we want to do. And to be able to do that around the world is our goal. And the great thing for us is, and I'll talk a lot about the financial strength of the company, we throw out a lot of big numbers that the associates enjoy hearing about, is that the financial strength that we have allows us to focus on our kind of core brick and mortar business and core e-commerce business, but at the same time invest to set this company up for 50 years from now. And the ability to invest now and for the future is a luxury that some companies don't have.
You know, there has been a shift in strategy recently where you all are focusing more on your brick and mortar stores, investing there, remodeling some of those, focusing on comps versus opening up new stores. Can you talk to us about that strategy and why that was so important to make that shift?
Yeah, for so many years, the company really grew by building new stores. We had great comps, but we were adding sometimes 200-300 supercenters a year. And as you look at how the customer's changing and how they're shopping differently, we'll still add a few stores here and there, but we feel like now that we've got the store base in the right place to invest in, having those stores have larger comp sales, and that's the most efficient way for us to grow versus continuing to build a number of new stores. But it's evolving with the customer.
And I know you all are changing the way you measure comp. This is something you all talked about during the first quarter results. Give our viewers an idea of what this change is about and what they can expect.
Yeah, so comp is really made up of traffic and ticket, two different pieces to that, and we changed the traffic side. So in the past, traffic would have always just been a measure of the number of transactions in a store. Now, but given the omni-channel nature of our business, we wanted to make sure we're including the transactions that are taking place on our websites. So it's taking that and putting that as part of traffic now, where it used to be part of ticket.
Yeah, guys, so omni-channel is what gets CFO Brett Biggs excited. It's investing in that brick and mortar retail footprint and also making some big investments when it comes to the e-commerce business. Back to you guys.
Hey, Julia, while we have you, let me follow up on that because, you know, e-commerce, Walmart has made some good gains there, but still a major concern in terms of Amazon breathing down its neck. I know all these chains, they talk about omni-channel, but ain't that the truth that, you know, they're sort of trying to balance both at the same time. They've got the brick and mortar stores, but also trying to focus on e-commerce, but not overly prioritize e-commerce. What do you make of the current sort of balance there?
Yeah, look, Dan, it's a good question because if you look back at Walmart's history, they started in 1962 and they used to go up against traditional discounters, and now they are going toe-to-toe with the e-commerce giants. The elephant in the room is Amazon, but they're leveraging their strengths that they have, and the strength is that 4,700 stores here in the U.S. that in the future will basically act as fulfillment centers, and they are investing heavily in the store experience, whether it's the new technology that's freeing up associates from those mundane tasks that can spend more time with customers, adding that online grocery pickup and delivery business, which CEO of the U.S. business, Greg Foran, told me is creating a halo effect. And some of the improvements you're seeing in store is when you have someone who's acting as a personal shopper to fulfill those online orders, you have to make sure you have the right product on the shelves, that the product is good, that it's fresh, that it looks good. So not only is it enhancing that online experience for people who are ordering online, but also the in-store experience. So I think they're leveraging their strengths. And just because you're going up against an e-commerce giant like Amazon doesn't mean you shouldn't make those investments when it comes to e-commerce, because there's a lot of room to play here, whether it's grocery or just your general merchandise. So it's definitely going to be something that we're going to be watching in years to come. Dan, back to you guys.
Okay, thanks for that, Julia LaRoche there at the shareholders meeting for us. And we're going to keep our Walmart coverage going. Stay tuned to Yahoo Finance for exclusive coverage of Walmart's annual shareholders meeting. That's happening tomorrow, June 7th. It's going to be right here on yahoofinance.com.